Hey everyone, it's World Film Geek here, and I've interviewed Alain Moussi, the actor and stuntman who's best known for playing Kurt Sloan in the Kickboxer remakes Vengeance and Retaliation. He leads an ensemble cast in the upcoming sci-fi martial arts action adventure Jiu Jitsu, which comes out this Friday. Enjoy the interview. I gotta say, it's great to talk to you again. It's been what 4 years because last time we talked about Kickboxer Vengeance, and now we're talking about
Yeah.
Jiu Jitsu, and man, I was blown away with that movie. That movie was excellent, and you did an excellent job on that movie.
Oh man, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm
So,
happy you liked it.
so my first question is, what inspired you to get the role of Jake?
Dimitri called me and said, Alain, you're playing Jake.
That's pretty much it, right?
No, but honestly, with Dimitri said this is what we're doing because we were about to do Kickboxer 3 and all of a sudden he said he had talked to the distributors around the world and he had to talk to different people and they said they were looking for something like they asked him to do an action sci-fi, a martial arts sci-fi film.
Hmm.
And he called me about it and said, hey, I'll send you some specs soon. So finally he sent me that comic book he produced.
Hmm.
And I thought it was such a cool thing. I saw the title Jiu Jitsu. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And as I read through it and I saw what it is, I'm like, number one, Dimitri, you're out of your mind. And I love that about you. And where do we get started? That was my thought. I mean, I thought it was such a cool character, different, totally different than what I've done in Kickboxer in terms of the world we live in,
Hmm.
what he's going through.
Hmm.
So I was attracted to this project right away, and Dimitri really did it. You know, he told me he wrote it with me in mind, obviously. So, yeah, it was an honor to do it.
That's awesome. And by the way, I have that comic book. I actually told Dimitri about it. I bought it a couple of weeks ago, and I told him how much I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so I really like the comic book as well, and I'm glad that it became a movie, that it expanded into that
Yeah,
universe. So I think that's awesome.
good.
And you have, oh my God, the cast was amazing. Besides you, Nicolas Cage, like, no intro needed on him. Frank Grillo, Juju Chan, Tony Jaa. What was it like working with those guys?
Dream come true. I mean, that's you work with such exquisite talent. I mean, you can do nothing except be elevated, and I think that's a privilege, to be with Nick. You're in the scene with Nick. I mean, if you bring it, he's going to take you up with him, and that's. I see myself as a rookie all the time. I feel like by seeing myself as a rookie when it comes to all this, it allows me to stay so open-minded to learn, and that's kind of what I want to keep because every time I'm on set with somebody like Nick, like Frank Grillo, or like Maria Avgeropoulos,
Hmm.
in terms of like when we're acting, because I spent like even the first part of the movie is with Maria Avgeropoulos,
Hmm.
and a lot of scenes with her, and yeah, I try to just suck in some greatness from them. I try to absorb as much of what I see as possible, and then you're on screen with Tony Jaa doing like incredible action, and it's and Juju Chan same, and Maurice Crump I gotta mention, and
Yeah,
then
Riga
like
Machado and Dan Rizzuto. Yeah, those guys.
yeah, and then there's the unsung hero, which is Brax.
Yeah,
Uh,
he really surprised me.
Brian Tarrant, my dear friend, plays Brax.
Yeah, I was really surprised with that because compared to Kickboxer Retaliation, instead of fighting like a big monster guy who looks like he's like beefed up on steroids, you got like a fighting warrior here who's like with the scene with Nicolas Cage's sword fight. They showed that when that one scene where they bow to each other. I found that the most respectable thing. That this
Mm-hmm.
is a guy who's an alien, and yet he's like an honorable warrior in the same way.
That's right. I'm happy you got that because that was how we wanted it designed. I mean, he was written that way. Dimitri made him that way,
Hmm.
and then we took that and really designed like with me and Ryan would help me a lot with that too. I mean, we wanted them to have this honorable fight. It was about honor, the whole thing. And if you notice, Brax was cool about him. Is as I derive from the question, by the way. I'm going to finish the question before I get into this. To work with all these talented people was amazing, a dream come true, and they are all incredible human beings. And that's what I take from it too.
Hmm.
Everybody on our cast was an incredible human being. Everybody got along. We went to dinner together all the time. We had a great time off set as much as on set. And you know what? That chemistry shows on screen, I think.
Exactly.
And that's cool. You know, that's really cool. And then so when we designed Brax, I mean, our whole thing is about escalation. You see him escalate with the movie. He can do so much, but he doesn't take it out until he feels he needs to. He wants to stay on the level. He wants to stay on the human level until he decides, no, I got to push it harder now, because in order to beat this person, I got to go beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that keeps it fair to him. You know, so we wanted him to have a code of ethics.
That's
which
awesome.
Is cool.
Awesome. And I gotta say, the fight scenes were great. And the one fight that really surprised me is your team up with Tony Jaa, and we get to see your first person point of view. That blew me away. It reminded me of Hardcore Henry, and I thought, how did that come about? Like, who came up with that?
So that was Dimitri and our DP Madras. They came to me. They talked to me about the idea, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is so! I've never done that. I had never done something like that." And they were so excited. Both of them were like kids, super excited. And we're like, "Here's how we're gonna do it." And then we told our stunt coordinator Jim. Mm-hmm. Jim went out with his team to the location, came back, and showed us some specs, and we're like, "Holy crap! This is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome." And the inspiration was Hardcore Henry. I mean, I think that's they had seen that one and maybe others, but I think that one of the inspirations was Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite set pieces in the whole movie as well.
That's awesome. So, what would you say was the most difficult thing about the shoot, if any? Because it doesn't look like there was, from what you're telling me.
Listen, I make the best of every situation, no matter what the challenge. Like, I'm up for it all the time. So, you know, it doesn't show, because we were attacked the challenge, you know, with as much as we could. So, I think what the biggest challenge was probably the schedule. And we had a tight schedule to shoot this stuff, you know, and that's always tough. Like, these films like Suicide Squad and stuff, they have 90 days. Like, holy, we didn't have 90 days. Are you kidding me right now? So we're doing so much all the time, and as you can see, there's tons of action. And we didn't want to just shoot it plain. We wanted to shoot it awesome. And that's what Dimitri is all about. That's why I think he's like a visionary filmmaker. That's why I think he understands the genre so well, because he doesn't just want to make it standard. He wants every single set piece to stand out,
right,
and be different. So the challenge to do that in such a condensed schedule, man, you really got to rely on everybody's creativity, everybody's efficiency, both, you know, from the crew and the talent of the cast. I mean, so I think that was the biggest challenge. And for me personally, I wore a lot of hats. I mean, I was designing action before we went to set every day. I was then on set playing my role, doing my fights, doing all the stuff, all my stunts. At the same time, I was coordinating for others. When others were on set, I was there coordinating as well. And, you know, thanks to Dimitri and his mentorship, I even got to second unit direct as well, you know. So I wore quite a bit of hats on this one. Yeah, Dimitri, I learned so much. Dimitri to me is like he's a friend, and he's also a mentor. And through that mentorship, I'm starting to learn what directing, and he keeps trying to explain it to me why he makes the decisions he makes. So I get to learn so much. And on this one, I even got, especially to help out, to collaborate with him, I ended up doing a bit of second unit directing, which is really cool.
Oh wow! Well, I could possibly see you directing a film down the road as well, so that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. So it's funny, because the biggest challenge became like the biggest learning experience for me. I've learned more on Jiu Jitsu than I've learned in any other film I've worked on.
Wow.
That was really cool.
Well, speaking of that, we got the $1 million question to wrap it up. I talked to Dimitri, and he said he's ready for Kickboxer Armageddon, and yeah, he's he told me he wants people to crawl out of the theaters. And so what's your take on that? Are you ready to go back to being Kurt Sloan?
I can't wait, because Kickboxer 3 is like balls to the wall action, and it takes Kurt Sloan somewhere nobody's ever seen him before. He goes totally different place to redeem himself, and it's really cool. I think it's the best script of all three, and the action is going to be, like Dimitri said, like pushed 10 times what it is. New opponents and people nobody expects, and everybody will be crawling out of their seats.
I sure will be. I do have to ask. I know we saw that little teaser of it. Is that the look you're going to be sporting, or are you just going to go back to buzz cut Kurt Sloan like in the other two.
Oh, no,
Or you
no,
just
no.
or you just want or you just want
It's got to be new. It's got to be different. It's
yeah.
got to be. It's got to evolve. So yeah, the concept we posted before is what we were working on,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we're going somewhere different with Chris Sloan. You're not going to see it exactly the same way at all. We need to change him. He needs to go. He needs to evolve.
Yeah, because I saw that trailer shot really was badass. Like I was stunned.
Good.
So
Great. Well, you know what? It's coming 2021. We're going to shoot it, and it's going to come 2022. Hopefully, it'll be out. So I can't wait.
Awesome. So Jiu Jitsu is coming out this Friday, and those who love sci-fi and martial arts and want something awesome after the year of hell we have had, this is the movie. And Alain, you were amazing in it. You and the cast were just phenomenal. And thank you so much again for talking to me again about your new film.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for all the compliments. I'm happy you loved it. And yeah, go check it out. Everybody check it out. And we'll be talking again for the next movie, guaranteed.
Awesome. You take care, Alain, and you stay safe.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.